So Hethersett Academy is an academy of about 1,200 students. It is just outside Norwich in a small village. We are an Ofsted Outstanding school with some of the best results in the country. We are about students getting the best possible deal, so being able to go on and do whatever they wish to do, and they do that by working hard, taking pride in being part of our community, embracing the opportunities that we provide, and showing kindness to themselves and others. EDClass allows us to make sure that students get a full package around their education if they're not well enough to be in school. If we're working with families to support that child in an alternative means, we can put EDClass in place to make sure they get a good deal, they get the learning they deserve and are able to make progress. It's been highly effective. We primarily use it with students who are not well enough to be in school. So we would try and get help off the council through their medical needs team. But while that's being put in place, we would put EDClass in place to enable the student to access learning throughout the day. We're looking at 2 to 3 hours of learning through EDClass through the day, focusing on core subjects so they don't feel like they're falling behind. So when that student's well enough to come back into school, they have got that background of learning, enabling them to make a smooth transition in and not missing out on education, even though they've got an illness keeping them off at the time. One of the barriers to students attending is the fact that they might feel out of the loop and feel like they're falling behind. With EDClass in place, that barrier is diminished. So while it's not totally overcome, we're enabling students to feel part of the community, to make sure that they're safe, but also to make sure that they are having the learning that matches what's going on in class. So that then enables them to return more smoothly than would otherwise be the case. The Inspiration Trust is a big fan of EDClass. It has been kind of championed by our Director of Inclusion, who has seen how effective it is and has increased the number of seats that we've got across the Trust. So we've moved from having kind of 5 seats a couple of years ago to 10 seats at the moment. And that change has been needed because post-COVID, there has been more issues around mental health, around students having prolonged absence. So that makes EDClass invaluable to try and bridge that gap in their learning, but also to make sure that when they return, they feel secure. EDClass is an absolutely superb tool that I would recommend to others. It's another kind of bow in your arsenal of supporting students, of making sure learning's going on, even if they can't be in school. So EDClass in that regard is absolutely superb.